Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host Rama, and in today's video we'll be talking about the new DLC Money Front coming to Grand Theft Auto Online June 17th. This is honestly really exciting. Obviously Rockstar releases new DLCs every 6-ish months, but this one is honestly sounding amazing. Basically, we're going to have a couple different businesses that we're going to be able to manage. One of them is going to be a car wash, then we have apparently a helicopter tour business and a weed business, and you're going to be able to manage them and use them as money laundering properties for your illicit business that you're going to be running behind the scenes. And that to me sounds epic. I'm not exactly sure how these properties are going to work. I know that each of these businesses, for example, the car wash is going to have legitimate passive income that you earn. I would assume that's going to be similar to the garment factory, probably low $1,500, $2,000 every 48 hours worth of income. And then you will also have the actual income you're making when doing these deals and work. And what's cool is that the more you work with these businesses, the higher the heat goes up. In other words, the higher the police are attracted to possibly other people in that territory, which are then going to try and take your product or whatever it may be. Honestly, though, the new DLC sounds amazing, and I'm usually not super excited for new GTA DLCs because Rockstar usually drops the bar low. But this one, as many of you have probably heard already, sounds amazing, and because of that, I am super excited. With that being said, in today's video, we are going to be talking about how much money you are going to need for this DLC when it drops. We're going to be talking about previous DLCs, how much money you needed on day one for those types of content when it came to the new business, and as well purchasing the new vehicles. And I'll be sharing how much I think you're going to need to save up for this DLC. Let's start off with the business. Rockstar's announced that there are 3 different properties that you're going to be able to manage. Now, I'm not sure if you have to purchase these properties or what exactly goes on, but I do know for a fact that you are able to purchase the car wash. Now, if we base this purchase price off of previous DLCs and how much money those properties have cost, we're probably going to be looking at around a $2.4, $2.5 million base purchase price for the car wash. Then you're going to have upgrades for it potentially, although it's probably going to be similar to the garment factory where there aren't going to be too many upgrades. It's probably going to be a base purchase price, and then inside of it you just have a network that you're able to run on a computer or something like that. So I'm going to say in total, probably looking at around 2.5, maybe $4 million in total for the car wash. Then we have the Heli Tours company, and we also have the weed property. So if we add all of these properties together to manage, I'm going to guess probably around $12 to $10 million. If each one costs around $3 to $4 million, we're going to put it on a conservative estimate and say $10 million to buy the 3 new types of property. Then we have the cars and business add-ons, right? In the Garment Factory DLC, we had a lot of cars being added into the game that was Agents of Sabotage. And that DLC, we not only had a bunch of vehicles which have missile lock on jammers, I should mention right now, Rockstar announced that they are having 50 cars added with the missile lock on jammer. So that alone is like $100 million worth of vehicles. Obviously, I don't think you're going to be purchasing every single car with a missile lock on jammer, but if you truly wanted to get every single changed vehicle in the DLC, you'd have to purchase all 50 missile lock on jammer cars. I will be going over the ones that are really good though, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm actually really excited for those cars and the missile lock on jammers they're going to feature, so that's going to be something that's super epic, but obviously, that's not necessarily new DLC content. When it comes to the new cars, usually you have around 10 to 15 new vehicles added into the game. And from previous DLCs like Agents of Sabotage or even the Bottom Dollars Bounty DLC, you're looking at around $30 to $40 million worth of cars. Now, obviously, on day 1, you only have like 6 or 7 cars drop, so it's about half of them. So you're probably going to be looking at day 1 at around, I would say, $25 to $30 million worth of content. That would be my guess. That's usually what it is every single DLC. If you have $30 million, you're not going to be worrying about anything. You will be able to purchase every single vehicle and every single property fully upgraded on day one. If you have anything less than $30 million, then you won't probably be able to get all the vehicles and all the properties. Now, if you're only looking at the properties, if you don't care that much about the vehicles, I'd probably say sit with about 15 million in your bank account. Normally, I'd say 5 to 6 million, right? For the Agents of Sabotage DLC, because it's one property, I'd probably say 5 to 6 million. But right now, we just don't know enough about this DLC. We don't know if you have to purchase the car wash and these other two properties, or those come with it. What exactly is going on? So because of that, I would say, realistically, save up about $15 million in your account just in case you have to purchase more properties. You know, the Motorcycle Club DLC, we had, 5 different businesses and the Motorcycle Clubhouse. And if you add all that together, you need literally like $15-20 million to buy all those properties and upgrade them. So if this is anything like a Motorcycle Club DLC where we have a bunch of different properties that are run through one property, could be a lot of money. So as I said, I'd save up about $15 million there. And then if we're saying that there's going to be about 10 to 15 new cars added in this DLC, then that's going to be another 30 million. So add that all together. How much money are we probably looking at? I'm going to say around $50 million. I think that would be exactly how much money you're going to need for every single thing if you wanted to purchase literally everything in the DLC, including the drip feed. Now, obviously, drip feed isn't too big of a deal because it gives you time to earn that content. So day one, $30 million. And in total, I would say $50 million. I know, it's expensive, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have a lot more content that costs money than a lot less content that costs less money. So you guys can obviously let me know your feelings, comments, and opinions down below. But in general, I'd say that I've been pretty spot on in the past when it comes to guessing how much money you're going to need. I usually ask ChatGPT to list all of the DLC vehicles and prices that have been accumulated in the past. Garment Factory DLC was around $40 million. Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC was about $35 million. So it really depends on what property is being added and the vehicles that are being added. But we already have some really, really cool cars which Rockstar has announced on just the update page alone, which is really, really epic, and I cannot wait for. As always, the best ways to earn money in GTA Online are always going to be the Dr. Dre VIP contract, Cayo Perico heist, sprinkle in some passive income like the nightclub, sprinkle in the acid lab, and you'll be making millions in no time. Either way, hopefully, as always, all of you enjoyed today's video. And if you want to see more content like this to stay up to date with the, update and everything like that, all the information, I was the first content creator to post news of the update being released. So, yeah, if you want to keep up to date, make sure to click that subscribe button. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.